All right, how are we doing? So, haha, Rockschool grade 1 this time. So grade 1, and we're going to play through. We'll play through all the pieces, to be fair. So let's have a rock along with Seven Nation Army to start with, while we wait for people just to turn up. While we wait for people to rock up to Seven Nation Army, let's go for it. Let's just get the music ready. Great track. Here we go. I've gotcha. Right. Here we go. Seven Nation Army. Remember, we're focusing on making sure we get those rests in place. Just going to remind you about those rests, okay? They are really important. They make a big difference and they will get you a better grade. So here we go. Seven Nation Army.
Seven Nation Army.
Play along.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Rests. Try and get those rests in there. There. Ah, hello. Some people turning up. Here we go. Right. Up to the top. Hiya. Okay, so Seven Nation Army. Just playing through it really. Gonna do it one more time. Seven Nation Army. So remember to think about those rests that we were trying to add in. Okay, so here we go again.
Seven Nation Army.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Rest in. And up high, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right. I have a feeling that probably went pretty well for everybody out there because we're all pretty good at that one. As I said, just try and make sure you get that rest in that we talked about before, which goes here. Yeah, that rest. Rest. Okay. And then remember, when we're up high and we're playing this bit, still a rest there. Rest. Rest. So there's rest there as well when we go. Okay, so you just need to make sure you get those in there. Good to see you, by the way. Hi. Right, let's move on. So Titanium and Redemption Song. Let's just get through everything today. Make sure we're getting some good practice in, okay? So Titanium. Feel free to ask a question about Seven Nation Army if there's anything you're really not sure about, but I think that's going pretty well at the moment. Titanium. What page is it on? 16 is the page. Page 16. Okay. So again, we've done this quite a bit. So what we're going to do is just go for it, play along with the music, and then we'll have a little chat about some different bits in there. And obviously feel free to put anything in the chat yourselves that you might want to look at. Really helpful if you can look at the bar number. So remember, you've got those little bar numbers in the brackets under the music. So say, for example, you don't know how to do, or you're unsure maybe about bar, I don't know, let's pick one randomly, bar 17, then you could always just say, could you go over bar 17, please? And we can just double check it. All right, so anyway, get ready, because I'm going to find the music, and then we're all going to play along. Do 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 do. Here we go. Back in track with click. Do open your books, please. Get your books open on the right page. Obviously, guitar's in tune, all the rest of it. Really important you have your books open, because you need to be kind of following along and even looking ahead when you can. When you know the music well, you can kind of look ahead, and that really helps. Right, I think we're all ready. Here we go.
Titanium.
Titanium.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying word. Criticize, but all your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I get bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for popping in chat that you're going to run and get your book. That's really cool. So yeah, grab the book if you haven't got it, and we will play it again. So don't worry if you missed a little bit of that one. Okay, so a couple of bits I want to talk about. Just remember that the first part of it, you've got that little pause at the beginning. So you've got the longer note first, haven't you? Don't play it. Okay, so so remember to keep that first note longer. Most of you are doing that anyway, so I don't think that's going to be a problem, but just remember it. All right. When we get down to bar 9, that's when we start doing this. Okay. When we're doing that, I would recommend picking down, up, down, up, down, up, right? So if I show you my hand, I'm going to try and get closer on my hand. Oh, right. So when I'm picking this bit, I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. All right, so I recommend trying it like that. It's just an easier way to do it, and then particularly when you start playing faster things on the higher grades, it's really useful to be used to playing down up stuff. Okay. Next thing is when we get to the end of page 16, when we're playing this bit here. Remember those notes are A, B, C, D, and if you look at them in your book, you'll see that they are all like that one there. Okay, so they're all minims. That's called a minim, and it's worth 2 beats. So keep the notes long, don't cut them out short. So don't play like this. Just be careful of that. Keep them long for their full 2 count. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I made a mistake. Haha. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and keep them long. All right. Okay. Lots to think about already, isn't it? So let's play through just to there, and we're going to try and just make sure we're doing all those things. Okay. So make sure that in the beginning your first note is longer than the other 2. So you're going long, short, short. Okay. And then try picking down, up for this section. Yeah. And then make sure your notes are nice and long for the end part. All right, here we go. We're just going to play with the music up to that point. And again, feel free to pop stuff in chat if I'm just confusing you. I hope I'm not. I'm trying to make you better. All right, here we go.
Titanium.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Long notes. Okay, everyone happy with that so far? Hopefully you all are. Sorry, I'm just looking for my tuner because I think my guitar's gone slightly out of tune, which isn't going to help you guys, is it? All right, so any questions about that bit that we've done so far? Because we're going to move on to the next page. And I don't want anyone getting confused, okay? Right, mine's good. Hopefully yours are all good as well. All right, let's do that one more time and I'll give you a chance to type anything you might want to type. So just the first page, thinking about those points, okay? Here we go.
Titanium.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Long notes. Okay. Right. No questions or anything in the chat so far, so I think we're happy to move on. Let's go on to the next bit. So remember this bit, we're just pushing down through the strings. Page 17 at the top, push down through the strings. Bum, 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 bum. We're not trying to pick each one separately like that. Okay, we're just going to push gently down through the strings. What can help here is having a little bit of an angle on your pick. So let me just show you what I mean here. Right, I'm not picking like this because if I do that and I push down, it's just going to get stuck, isn't it? All right. If it's straight, that's okay, but it's quite hard to push through. So what I do is I angle it a bit like that. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit so you can see it, but I angle it and then I go. Okay, and it's easy to push through. Hope you can see that, but that's basically what I'm doing, is angling it like this. All right, and that makes it easier just to push through the strings. So let's just try those couple of lines thinking about that, pushing through the strings in a steady way, dun, 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 all right? And maybe just angle that pick, see if that helps you on this one. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the whole line. We're going to do it twice, remember, because we have to repeat it, don't we? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And alright, that's that little bit done. Hopefully you're all happy with that. I know I've seen all of you play it pretty well actually, so we should be quite happy. But just a couple of extra little pointers to make your playing even better, alright? That's what we're looking at today, because I know most of you can play this piece. Next bit is bar 25. This is when we start strumming. Okay, so again, pop anything in chat if you're having any issues at all. So I want to make sure everybody is not only able to play this, but is playing it really well, right? So remember with this bit, we're playing on the 1 and then the and of 2. So we're going 1 and 2 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and. When we come up on that 2 and, we just want to catch the bottom 3 strings. So be really light on it, right? If you're pushing in really hard, you're gonna catch loads of strings on the way up, right? So you want to be nice and gentle. So we're just kind of brushing the strings as we strum. Okay, so really focus on being gentle on this strumming. Okay, let's have a go at this. This is just the strumming. We're doing from 25 up to, well, we're doing it twice, aren't we? So we're going this strumming bit. We're doing it twice, okay? All right, here we go. Remember, down on the 1, keep the hand moving, up on the and of 2. Right. It is a bit tricky. This strumming is tricky. I don't know if you're talking about the strumming, sorry, there, or the picking downwards that we're doing. But we're going to do the strumming, and it is not easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to count slowly, because what I want you to think about is soft strumming. Right, so we're just trying to be gentle. We're brushing the strings. We're not like, don't dig right into them. Okay, we're brushing them gently. That is the secret to strumming well. Soft. So here we go. Nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and again 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and. Okay? The strumming is tricky. What you'll find is if you just do it slowly, you'll get the hang of that. You'll get the hang of the counting with the hand moving, and then it'll just start feeling quite natural, but it does take a little bit of time. And I know this is true because there are people, I think, watching even now who said the same thing and found it quite tricky to start with, and now they're playing it really well. All right, so absolutely practice, 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 right? Paying close attention to the counting. Keep the hand moving. It'll be awesome. Let's do it again. Doing it slowly. Remember, if you are already playing this well, you're still concentrating on stuff, right? You're practicing brushing those strings lightly. So that's why we're going slow, so you can really focus on what you're doing, all right? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and again 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, that's the strumming bit. Like I said, really think about doing it gently and keeping that hand moving. Okay, and then the last bar, well, sorry, the last line, the last 4, 5 bars, nice and simple really. Just remember that you've got the dots at both ends, which means we have to repeat it, yeah? So on the beat, and we're just doing down every time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? Again, don't dig in too hard, but remember, this one has got an F in it. And if you remember, F means loud, right? So we need to make it a bit louder, but we don't have to really hit it hard. Okay? So let's just do all of that line together. Remember, on the A minor at the end, we've got to take that first finger off for the last 2 hits. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear that change. All right, here we go. Last 4 bars on that page, and we're going to play them twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it just finishes with the F again, doesn't it? Okay, all right, let's go for it. Let's have a play all the way through. If you're not that confident with the strumming yet, don't worry if you can't keep up during the song. All right, so we're going to practice as much as we can, as best as we can. If there's anything that you can't keep up with, then that tells you that is what you need to practice the most. All right, so here we go. Titanium all the way through.
Titanium.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. You're talking loud, not saying well. You criticize, but all your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I get up. Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet.
1 and 2 and
Take your
4.
aim.
1 and 2 and
Fire away,
1 and 2 and
fire
strumming.
away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
Last bit. That's what I get for trying to look at chat at the end there. Nearly missed the chord myself. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. Right. So that's Titanium. I think we've looked at that as much as we kind of can, really. We've gone really deep and we talked about a lot of it. Just pay attention. The only other thing to think about is pay attention to those dynamics. So you remember the other week we were talking about, we had at the beginning of the music, we had a P. I'm not going to make any jokes about having a P at the beginning of the music. Anyway, there was a P at the beginning of the music, right? And if you remember, that meant piano, which just means soft, really, all right? So it's kind of soft. So when we start the music, we're playing quite gently, right? Now that stays the same for the whole of that page until the top of 17, where we've got the MP, okay, which is mezzo piano, which basically means medium soft. I'm just going to write that here because it's going to take up more space. All right, so that's medium soft. So that's going to be a little bit louder when you're picking that bit. Yep, and then when we get to the first strumming bit, we've got the MF, which again kind of means medium loud or moderately loud. So that strumming is going to be a little bit louder again, but that's going to happen anyway because strumming is always louder than gently picking, right? So you don't really have to worry too much about that because it's automatically going to be a bit louder. But then when we do that last section, the last line, and we've got the F, oh, pen's running out, which is basically strong or loud. When we get to that F at the end, we do need to make it a little bit louder, right? We need to think about that. So that's the other thing you need to think about, the dynamics, quiet and loud. You do get marked on that in the exam. So if you can get a clear difference between the beginning and the end, you'll get extra marks for that, right? So that'd be really cool. Okay, let's have a little play through Redemption Song. Now I know you haven't all done this really, okay? But don't worry, we're gonna play through it anyway. If you don't know it, that's fine. Just have a listen to it because you need to know how it goes and how it sounds. And it should be quite interesting for you just to see and listen to how it goes. All right. So books, we've only got a few minutes. So books, page 20. So as I said, if you haven't done this at all yet, don't worry, just have a watch and listen so you can work out how it goes. And really just keep focusing on titanium, get that strumming really good, okay? Right, Redemption Song. Haven't done this one for a little while, to be fair. I feel I haven't. I've done bits of it. Haven't played the whole one for a while. Where are you? It's hiding from me. There we go. Okay. Are you ready? Make sure you're ready. Look through the music quickly. Just have a brief look through it. Make sure you remember what happens in it. So we've got the intro, then the strumming. Remember on the second page, the strumming's a little bit different at the top there before we go into the chorus because we've got that C and the D. We've got the whole bars of the C and the D. And then we go into that chorus, don't we? And then halfway through that chorus, we've got that tricky little bit. That little bit, right? Okay. Had a good look? Here we go. Let's have a little play.
Redemption Song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Old pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We fought in this generation triumphantly. Into hell and chorus. These songs of freedom, 'cause all I ever had. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. Redemption songs.
What an awesome song. Love it. Notice that the last chord is that full G chord, yeah? So throughout the whole song, we're getting away with doing our easy Gs, aren't we? Just that one finger. But then right at the end, remember, we've got to get that full G in. So make sure you are practicing your full G chords when you're doing your chord practice stuff in the technical section. Don't just practice your easy Gs, all right? Okay, I think we should do it again because I think it's an awesome song. So I remember having lessons with a couple of you earlier on in the week and last week talking about making sure you're strumming gently All right, so don't dig in really hard. Same thing we were just talking about with titanium. If you're kind of going like this, oh, makes it really hard work, really hard work. All right, so we want to kind of be brushing gently. So it's quite quiet really, right? We don't need to be playing loud. Okay, let's go again. Here we go, right to the beginning. Are you ready? Right to the beginning again.
Redemption song.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Strumming.
Pirates, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We fought in this generation triumphantly unto heaven's sake. These songs of freedom,
G, 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 C,
all
C.
I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song, redemption song.
And that's it. That's Redemption Song. So yeah, if you haven't played that one before, I reckon you're thinking that looks pretty hard. I think it is one of the hard ones in the book, right? But the introduction's lovely. This bit. That's just lovely. And the strumming pattern is something even more kind of difficult, really. It's even more difficult than any we've done before. But that's a really good thing because it will push you to learn this new strumming pattern, and it's fantastic. Okay, so that's why we're doing it. It is hard. I think it is hard. But by the time you've learnt this one, you'll have improved quite a lot, and you'll have improved with different things like your strumming, your picking accuracy. So it's a great song to get better learning it. All right, okay, excellent. I am going to leave you to it. So if you've got any questions, just pop anything in the chat. I'll hang around for a couple of minutes, but I'm going to say goodbye because people that don't want to hang around don't have to. All right, so yeah, bye bye, take care, and see you soon, unless you got something you want to pop into the chat.